We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
Oh my God! What? What? We're here?
We're here.
We're here? Oh,
Apparently.
the fuck yeah, we're here? Seriously? What?
So you finally remember how this whole thing actually worked?
Yeah, it's like I don't like. Sometimes you just don't know how the things works, and you know, because being on other shows, you don't have to do this. So
I mean, to be fair, I think it was just a long time really trying to find that instruction manual for how to start a stream.
Yeah, it's 1.21 gigawatts or some shit like that,
Marty, we have to go back. We have to go back for the pop culture.
I'm going to be seeing him in a week or two, a week and a half.
Oh, Christopher.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to be at Tokyo Comic Con. I got a booth out there, and he's one of the guests. He's the big guest.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
Dude, make sure you get a picture with him. That'd be awesome.
I'm going to try to do it on Media Day. They have the press day. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I'm going to try to do it. Got to get set up though.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad they brought you in there because I heard they were having some problems with you, going to some of the stuff out there.
Well, I mean, they've closed off Japan for the last 2 years, so they just opened up October 11th, and Tokyo Comic Con has been they haven't had it for since 2020, and 2020 was actually very a very small venue, so so this is the big one. They're expecting about 70,000 people out there in 3 days. So ridiculous. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
They're probably gonna have all the new Gundam and all the other shit. No, it's just gonna be fucking awesome. So go ahead.
I'm gonna try to live stream for there. I need to check on whether or not I could do it because I remember seeing something when I was kind of browsing through all the notes because they said it's a PDF of all the the rules and all the the layout and everything. And I think it said somewhere no live streaming allowed, but I don't know if I get somebody else to do it who's not who's not working at the booth. I get somebody like a guest to kind of do it. I wonder if I can get around that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think I feel like a lot of people are going to learn lessons from TwitchCon.
TwitchCon was a fuck up and a half.
What happened there?
Yeah. So one of the actresses there who I think was a porn star, got had to have surgery because she injured herself badly from landing on some.
Okay.
Holy cow!
The video,
floor.
Yeah, the video of it was fucked up.
Can we watch that?
Yeah, I actually think we could because it was a Twitch thing, so we can actually watch that.
I mean, that clip's been shared around plenty, but
it's been shared all over. She got up.
You're gonna have to
find it.
Yeah. No, well, Jen, I'm having audio problems.
Send it to me, and I'll do it, or send it to James.
I'll throw it up.
Yeah,
send it to one of us.
The usual.
Yeah, this is the fuck ups we were having before the show started because we were having technical fucking issues because we haven't done this in 2 months. Okay.
Yeah, I just I got I saw what was going on. I was like, oh, I should probably pop it. Wait a second. Are you Central Time?
Go ahead.
I'm Eastern.
Okay.
He's Eastern and I'm Arizona time. Let's just 4 p.m. So.
All right. Yeah. Because you guys have you set your clocks back and you have daylight savings and everything.
Arizona doesn't.
Oh, really?
Arizona stays the same time year round. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're like us then over here. We stay the same here in Japan.
Stay the same time all year round. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So around 5 o'clock here, it's nighttime basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from what I was hearing, there was talk about about that going federal. We're just gonna do away with that because I don't know. Someone had the idea. Someone probably had the idea that it would be good for cows, but the cows don't care what time it is.
Don't care. Yeah.
No, they don't give a fuck what it is.
I just find it really strange, all the attention being placed on cows. Like, the cows are just out there grazing. They're like, what the hell? Like, we're just sitting here just eating grass. And then you're like, oh, it's all because of you. The world is going to go into calamity. That's like, dude, we're just chilling.
I posted that in the DMs.
Yeah. And then you know, there's a cow orgy. You hear this.
Oh, shit.
Like,
oh, I did see this Twitch thing somewhere.
Yeah,
I did see this. Dude, this reminds me of something. I'll get into it later.
Share the screen with you know how to do that, right?
Share me? Yeah.
Put it on the
share mine?
Yeah, share yours, because I don't want to fuck it up since all the fuck ups we've had today. So, yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to totally boomer this. I'll just let you know ahead of time.
Wait,
when you do share it, like check share audio.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what's up? My Tap's in the house. What is up?
Let's see. So, let's see. I got my... Here we go. So, I wonder if I can... Okay, here we go. That's me. With that, and I should enlarge it here.
Yeah, enlarge it, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And are you ready?
Yeah, go all the way wide.
Hopefully get with this audio.
Oh my god! Big sipping!
Oh. Like, she busted her ass in more than one place.
Are you okay?
Okay.
She's held down by the pitbull medic.
Medic, ouch. Yeah.
She's fine.
So, what a friend of mine told me that went to TwitchCon.
Get her out of the pit. Landed on her tailbone.
Yeah, she's not doing well. Ouch.
Yeah.
So she lives in the pit now, kind of thing.
So they she had to have a metal rod inserted in her basically in her spine to.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So
because there's basically it's basically about this much foam padding is about all there was, and she just boom
Nelson.
Man,
like she took the thinnest of mattresses, put it on the floor, and just jumped onto it ass first.
Well, how about this? She gets fucked in the ass all the time, and it's the floor that fucks her instead of a dick, you know? So,
mind you, the dick's got some nice padding behind it, though, too.
You get some balls and shit, you know?
Or this is just basically kind of concrete floor. Man, this reminds me of my friend. He was on a he's one of those entertainer celebrity people out here in Japan. He's like a Aussie guy. And he goes on TV. They do all kinds of Japanese silly stuff, Japanese silly game shows and things like that. Well, one of the presenters he was working with, it's basically like this right here, except it was in a rice field. And during June, we flood the rice fields. So there's a ton of water in them, and it's muddy. And it's just full of mud. And the two people were doing this kind of thing right here, and they were kind of pushing each other to see who would fall off first. And the guy who was working with my friend, he's one of the presenters. He was Japanese people. They get really exaggerate things, over exaggerate things. And so when he fell off, he decided he was going to do a head first dive into the mud.
Oh, fuck, no.
But what he did is that he did his head first dive into the mud, and then he didn't move.
Yeah.
And everybody thought he was messing around, because they were just that's what they do. They mess around. They're like, oh, all right, you can get out now. And he wasn't getting out. And they're like, okay, you can get out now. And they just didn't get out. And then they ended up having to pull him out. The guy freaking paralyzed himself.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh. Yeah. It was really, really, really sad. From the neck down, paralyzed. So, whenever you're doing this kind of stuff, even if you're goofing around, you got to really.
One of my friends actually went to TwitchCon this year. God bless his soul, because he said it was the worst. He said it was the worst one he ever went to yet. He said there was about maybe less than an inch of foam there. That the foam you see, that was all that was on the top. They totally discount bargain bullshitted it. So. So it's just the sex, but I wanted to say this because we didn't do this at the start because we were so happy we were back. I want to go say hi to some people that were in here. We have DB. He's like nerds. And then there was Lord Thoth. He's like same bitches. And we got to do that with DB right there, and then Thor thoughts.
Mr. LT.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's the.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, where is it? And then there's my brother, me and Iron's brother right there, Retro. What's up, brother? He's not on the show tonight because people are sleeping and stuff. He doesn't want to wake them up. So,
oh, fine. Be responsible.
Yeah, he's gonna be responsible tonight. So and don't want the missus mad at him. So
yeah, sleeping on the couch, not fun.
Yeah, I don't know who this asshole is right here. So
get him out. Get him out.
He's
Get rid of
a fucking
him.
asshole.
Yeah, he's culture appropriating things. Is that what?
There's what's up, brother? I'm glad you came in. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you coming back to our first stream in like 2 months because we all had things to do and we're trying to get back on a normal schedule. So,
the funny thing was like, oh god, how'd it go? This past week in like the realm of like tabletop RPGs, someone was out on Twitter going like, don't, just kind of in that realm of cultural appropriation, like, don't use Japan as like your fantasy, like, that's verboten. Oh no, so I guess I shouldn't show this book off.
Oh yeah, don't show that off.
Yeah, not at all.
No,
you should not like be full screen with that up there.
And there's my girlfriend right there. And then there is Greg Reggie. Go ahead, Ryan.
I mean, like, really, can you imagine wanting to show off, wanting to like appreciate freaking ninjas and samurais? Like, come on, JJ, can you imagine like wanting to be able to enjoy ninjas? Because I can't.
So is it racist to appreciate the Ninja Turtles now? Like,
well, not only appropriating the culture, you're also appropriating animals' culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called shell diversity or something along those lines. Yeah. And it's a new term that's come up, but I'm looking into it.
I just know I like turtles.
Yeah. I know you like turtles. Okay. Nice to see you, Grant. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. So you see that's just actually MRGG backup channel, as you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys were just telling me about that. Like, I've been so out of the loop today that I didn't really get to hear what happened with Grant.
Yeah, so apparently, it's all on Twitter. Like, who's fucked him over and everything. Are we allowed to curse on here?
Yeah, dude, I fucking curse on here all the time.
I'm just joking.
Go for it.
Yeah, so it's like Bitcoin. I don't know what it was. Like, you guys are a lot more,
Yeah.
Wasn't it
when
like
it comes to
the same channel name as like the one that got Mr. Obvious a couple of months back?
Yeah, we don't want to say Mr. Obvious's name, but yeah.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that like Instagram. They get their Instagram accounts hacked and they lose everything there. Yeah. I just got my fingers crossed that I kind of avoid that kind of crap. But yeah, it says short story got hacked. They deleted his vids, got his channel nuked, and two Google accounts are gone. That's ridiculous.
So if you guys can please go over to his backup channel and resubscribe to his backup channel for us, please, and that would help him out a lot. So, because Grant is a good, important
awesome
member
guy,
of our YouTube family. Yeah. So
he's been a huge supporter of like all my artwork and stuff, and then he comes on to my show every Sunday. Like, he's just a good guy. I hate to see this kind of stuff happen to people who are upstanding individuals who actually go out there and put the effort to to create something, and it's dickheads like this that just go out and all they want to do is destroy. You know what I mean? Kind of describes a lot of what's going on with that far leftist mentality. It's so easier to just destroy things than to create from the foundations up. But that pissed me off when I saw that.
Yeah, so just please go subscribe to him because he's a good brother and friend of ours. And Sean wanted me to go, it's not E-Tep, it's E-Step.
Dubstep?
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah. And then what was it? Was it Nelson said Bill Gates asked Jed to devote his body to science after he's dead. He can use his dung to block out the sun to prevent global warming.
I think he's confusing with you with a certain other person that's on
Wait. Is he confusing me with Drew?
I think so. Yours would be used for nanotechnology, so they could replicate yours a bunch, and that would be.
I do the like scientific nano,
exactly,
technology.
Nanodicks.
Yeah, and then Drew goes in there and he can hit shit from one side of the universe to the other. So
Yeah, so like his is you got your Newtonian, your Newtonian science, and then you're more of like the what is it called? The
microsciences.
Microscience.
Yeah, they're trying to replicate it using all the microplastics.
Quantum. Yeah, quantum physics. Yours is the quantum
it's like
realm.
Ant-Man,
Exactly.
But
you see that's why they're doing that movie. They're actually trying to find it.
Oh, Jeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jed's
They had to go quantum inside of a quantum inside of a quantum. It was like an inception of quantum realms to get there.
Probing the quantum realm.
I could write for MCU.
Dude, you would be fucking kick ass.
I don't know. Like I could do the drawing thing, but when it comes to writing, I've never really gone down that that venue. But compared to what I've been seeing on screen from them, I think we'd be able to.
I think I'd be able to. Stick of Viagra micro dicky.
I mean.
Oh my god.
Speechless.
Just speechless.
Speechless.
Retro got iron so bad he had to go off cam. That's he had to mute and go off cam because he was probably laughing so hard. Nelson's like, no, had the dong of doom. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, we need a sound for that. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait. We see in our new sound. I think what because I was no, not that one. Where is it?
It is kind of a dong sound though.
No,
dong.
Wait, was it? Oh no, not that one.
No.
Check your Discord. Knock it off.
What is the topic tonight? Is there a topic?
You think we actually have a plan for any of this stuff? I mean, the only thing
stream up and running was the topic.
Yeah. Thoughts? Did you see what the title of the stream is? Pop Culture Archivists 30. What the hell are we doing?
So
that's the topic.
So I suppose to try to pull out a topic, what have you guys been watching lately?
Oh, I'm in the middle of doing the Weird Al movie, and I fell asleep to it last night. So, yeah.
How are you liking it so far?
Okay, I'm gonna say it. If you go into it expecting like a normal movie, you're not gonna have it's gonna throw you through a loop. So
I heard it's like a parody.
It is. It's just like Weird Al.
Yeah.
And he even at the beginning he even says, "Thank you for watching my real life story," and puts the fingers up, and I hope you enjoy it. And I was like, okay, I'm expecting it. They go off tilt on it. It's fucking hilarious.
I've heard mixed reviews about it. Like some people are raving, other people are like, well, 50-50, and then other people are just like,
Well, you got to have a good sense of humor, and they throw up a ton of pop culture stuff in there, too.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody else would have been here last night, I was like pointing out, and if we were watching, I was like pointing out, I was like, oh shit, there's Madonna, there's Michael Jackson, they had Back to the Future in there, they had all the stuff as you go through the eras, they had like just cool. I liked it.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Iron Kiston.
I mean, from what I understand, it was just they're just kind of doing a parody of those biopic movies. Yeah. So they're basically going like UHF 2 with it.
Yeah, it is. It's basically UHF 2, but on an alternate universe. Because at one part last night they had the drummer from Queen, and he's like, he goes, well, I bet you can't do a thing, because then they had Jack Black playing Wolfman Jack, and Wolfman Jack was a complete fucking douche to Weird Al, and Weird Al's like, I can't bet you can't do a song to this little boy or some shit. And then they had Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento's in there too. and Dr. Demento was next to Weird Al. He goes, "You don't have to listen to these idiots. You don't have to prove it to them." And then he goes, "I bet you can't parody Another One Bites the Dust." And they're like, Dr. Mento's like, "Don't do it, man. You'll blow him away." He's like, don't do it. And then all of a sudden, somebody, Wolfman Jack, goes, "Boy, you can't do anything." And Wolfman Jack goes to turn away, and all of a sudden, Weird Al just busts out in the song. It was fucking hilarious. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie so far.
I'm gonna have to check this out then. Yeah.
Well, I'll say, yeah. Well, like I was just kind of showing that earlier. Weird Al, did have a message for a lot of foreign audiences who are wanting to watch it, but they didn't have a means to watch it in their country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't know about this, but if you have a thing and you can't do it, do that for us, okay? Do right there, like what was said. Yeah. Just whatever, So Weird Al, go look on Twitter. Do you want to?
How do I watch it? How do I watch it in Australia? Mm-hmm. Hey, Weird Al says, Roku's working on it. In the meantime, there's VPN. A very probably no way to watch it legally. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you have a torrent of other questions, but I have to move along. Sorry.
That's good.
So it's we don't condemn illegal watching or anything. Just just go.
Be responsible.
Be responsible. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's funny, ironic that it's kind of coincidence that you brought up Weird Al, because this morning my daughter was singing. She likes Michael Jackson. She's 7 years old. I let her listen to all the old stuff, and then she starts singing "Beat It," and I start singing "Eat It." Just eat it, and the next thing you know, we're watching Weird Al's, the video. We're both
I don't know how it happened. Just
the
one thing I was watching.
One of my favorite ones he ever did is the when Phantom Menace came out long time ago. That one, when Anakin, that's when they're doing a parody of American Pie. That's my favorite one out of his, and I love Rocky Road. There's another cool part, because they have a lot of actors, and I'm going to say this: they have a lot of actors, past actors and stuff from other things in the movie too. And Weird Al even plays the scummy record producer that tells Weird Al he'll never make it in the industry. And he's talking to Danny Radcliffe that's playing Weird Al. He's like, "Kid, you'll never make it in this industry. You'll just probably end up doing some other fucking like parody songs and never become famous or some shit." It was fucking hilarious.
Wrong.
Oh, okay. What did Rachel? Let's all say goodbye to Jody and Chin. Don't let the TARDIS hit your ass on the way out. Preach, brother, preach. Let's just hope they don't fuck up the new one that's coming in. So,
I'm pretty sure they will.
The damage has been done.
Yeah, they totally fucked the show up. So, look at DB's like, "I want the TARDIS to land on the top of Jillian chin balls."
Yeah, like Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the East.
I was just grabbing a quick stack of things to say that, like, if you do torrent, and not that I recommend people do it anything, try to make an effort to support the things that you are picking up. I mean, I've got my stack of stuff.
Right.
I got my Kamen Rider, my Ultraman. I even got the Japanese Transformers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Freaking Headmaster's theme is like the best thing ever.
Yeah. Like you said, if you do by some chance find some stuff that you like by accident or some other means, if you like it and they do good, support them. So
exactly. If you accidentally kind of press on a couple of buttons and it takes you to a place and again, be responsible.
Yeah. Like, oh shit. It's like $20 on Amazon. Oh, I'm gonna go buy that.
Well, I mean, like for like the record industry, they were saying, you know, it's a way for people, you know, for the big name guys, it's not a good thing, but for, you know, the small people like myself, well, I'm not a musician or anything, but if I was a musician, I guess this could kind of help me get my stuff to people easier.
Yeah, well, what you know, if you want to help yourself, why don't you put your link in the chat there, brother? For your,
who, me?
Yeah, put your link in the chat so that people can see your stuff right there. But you know,
I thought D-Dub was doing that. Was D-Dub doing that earlier?
I know.
Let me see. Well, I'll throw it in there anyways.
DB, this right in there.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
D-Bug said, I sent Mexican Iron Man a picture of all my and figures, and he got me to buy the DB. That's awesome.
I mean, like, for example, some of this stuff, it's like, literally, if there is no way for me to be able to legally get it, then it becomes an option. So it's like, it's kind of on the like licensees and license holders to settle that out. Because I want to support it. I want to buy these things. I want to give you my money. But if you're not giving me options, then you leave me no alternative.
And Retro, we are, and I promise you, and it'll be me, you, Iron, and some other, and I'll probably bring Lethal over for this to do the Battle of the Planets, okay? Because that I do want to do that. And for everybody that wants to do this, go check out Ginger Ninja over at his channel because he's fucking awesome, and he's an archivist. So.
I just put up a new time-lapse video of my latest Nightcrawler picture.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This one.
Kurt!
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, I did this on my live stream here this past Sunday. So I'm getting ready for the cons coming up. I've been doing these polls on Twitter, get people to choose which character they want me to do. Because to be honest, I haven't like illustrated a lot of characters. I like when I was a kid, I did, but when I recently I haven't. So this is all big. You know, it's cool. I throw up like 3 characters. Like I have a little theme, like Women of X-Men or something like that. And then so last night they chose Rogue. So
wait, did you give her that nice plump booty she always has too?
Well, I did have her booty in there, but I got her boobs in there.
Oh yeah, she's got a nice rag. Dude, that's awesome, brother.
Yeah. So they got these autograph boards, and I just got them in the mail.
And you did the right outfit on her too.
Well, see, I like to go old school. I like to do the old school outfits because I think they're cooler.
The old school
top 5
are way cooler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would point out the Rogue costume from X-Men Evolution was a really good one too.
Oh yeah, I agree with that one.
I have to check that out. Which one is that?
Yeah, put that one. Yeah.
Let me pull the photo.
Wasn't it with
quick.
the belly, the belly cut belly right there?
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
X-Men Evolution Rogue.
Indeed.
Check this out. Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of who does she remind me of?
Gingy, if you can put that up on the stream.
So okay, yeah. See that. Let me see. Let me get. Here, I'll throw this one up there. Maybe that's.
So everybody at home can see what we are talking about.
Here, I'll throw this one up here. This looks like somebody's. Yeah. And Chrome tab. Boom. Done.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one picture over there.
That's one of hers. Yeah.
And, so there's a bunch more over here, like from the animated, like whatchamacallit, from the actual show
animated
itself.
series?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Spaceball Sentinels. Retro says we need to do the Spaceball Sentinels.
Jed, I think you're the one that has the balls in the mind, because there was no balls there.
I watched Spaceballs this morning too, so that's the reason why it's on my mind. Sir, are we in a room full of assholes? Yes, sir. Sir, the screen appears to be jammed and licks the screen. Go ahead, Iron.
Oh, no, just kind of taking a breath. It's like, it's been a long week. It's only Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of glad that, like, we're finally getting kind of towards the end of it. But,
yeah,
it's been kind of interesting lately. with like pop culture and that. It's like kind of the turning me away from the stuff I was enjoying before. It's like I kind of don't care about what's going on with Marvel, what's going on with DC. Like outside of like the James Gunn news that happened with him going to be the head of DC Studios, it's like I don't care about the comics. I don't want to see like what's going on with with Batman or Superman anymore.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, and Sin will back me up on this, and I think you heard me when we were talking last night with her there in the chat when it was just all us in the call. I'm excited for Henry Cavill to come back as Superman.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are excited for that.
I'm because he wants to do proper Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman. So, and you saw at the end, we're not going to, the spoiler, just in case you don't want to go see this, close your fucking ears right now. At the end of Black Adam, he comes out in the proper Superman outfit. And they have the Jerry Goldsmith Superman playing the theme. You start hearing, dun, 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 and then all of a sudden, he steps out in the proper Superman suit, not that Man of Steel bullshit. I went and looked at all this stuff, and I was like, holy crap! Like, it's the more refined when he got older, but it's still the good Superman suit. So I was, and you heard, and I looked at the reactions. People posted these all online. People were going nuts the minute they heard the true theme. I mean, okay, the guy that did the Man of Steel theme for the other one, he's okay. No, but you can never replace the original Man of Steel song. The original, from the original Superman the movie, you can never replace that. So
yeah, no, it is the definitive Superman theme. Like, as much as I enjoy like the Fleischer cartoons and their Superman, that's really my go-to Superman. That's my Superman as far as I'm concerned. But like that, it's that Superman theme from that John Williams score.
Yeah, John Williams. Yeah,
it's Superman. It sings the name.
Yeah, and then DB. I'm definitely more interested in DC movie. But here's my thing, DB. I hope he doesn't turn it into Trauma. I know he did a good job over, because we all know he worked at Trauma, but I hope he doesn't. I love what he did with the Guardians because he gave him life, and it was one of the only decent. Yes, he had the curl too. Henry Cavill, when he came out, he had the curl too. So I was freaking the fuck out, and when I saw it, I got chills, and it's the first time I got chills like from something that DC. In a while, and I was just like, oh shit, they may have got it through their fucking thick minds that this is what we've been telling them we want, I have been, what have I been listening to every day? Oh, she had her earplugs out the whole time. Babe, what have you been doing? But yeah, it's I was just so excited. I don't usually get pumped at things, Iron. It's, when I see something that's proper and it gets me excited, I know, I get excited.
Oh yeah, no, come on. You like not telling people you're excited about something? That's every day.
Fucking every day. I know, but yeah, it's. I really just hope he takes it down the path that we had during the 80s and early 90s when the first Batman movie came out, Michael Keaton. Which, if there's a God up above, even if James Gunn pops in here, can you please do The Dark Knight Returns with Michael Keaton? Then afterward, put him in the one with the kid. Make him older Bruce Wayne. With the Terry.
Batman. Batman Beyond.
Yeah. Do Batman Returns. I've been wanting to see fucking Michael Keaton as the badass. Just I don't give a fuck, Batman. I will slit your wrist. I will snap your spine. I want that Batman from The Dark Knight Returns, and then put the Batman Beyond Batman because where he's just finally given up. He's just, I'm done. I'm gonna pass it off to Terry. Michael Keaton in both of those, please. Like if you per some chance see this, thank you. So, go ahead, Aaron.
Oh no, I was just say kind of like the stuff I am excited for is I don't know, like I wouldn't watch the One Piece Red this week.
Yeah,
which is pretty good. I liked it, and it's got me back to reading the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I'm just kind of trying to think of what else I'm watching, and it's like mostly just a lot of older stuff. I started watching Transmorphers.
You did?
So, which was a like they basically admitted it was a cash in on the 2007 Transformers movie.
Oh yeah, and the one where we all know they killed Optimus off, and that was a bad fucking mistake.
No, not even that one. I mean, like the first Michael Bay movie.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Okay, that one.
Yeah. Have you guys been watching? Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something else there, Ironcaster?
Oh no, I was just kind of loose enough, loose thought how it was like also a little bit of Matrix Revolution.
And
at the same time,
Iron got me into watching what is the show Kamen Rider?
Oh, I finally got him to start.
He got me started on that, and I'm like, holy shit, this he's fucking awesome. And I was like, when we were talking about it last night, I was like, I'm like, it's on the third episode or something. And the cop, he's like, I don't give a fuck, I want to do this right now. He goes and she goes, you can't do it, you don't have the training, you'll die. He's like, fuck this. Pops it into his belt and then transforms into a badass and goes bust some ass. And then you have their common the president. He's like, I gotta go up there helping out. He's like, boom, boom, transform, and brings the gun down and starts whooping ass. It was like fucking awesome. I was like, I love that shit now. It's awesome.
Is there a version of Kamen Rider, like an American version, where it's like really, really gory? I thought I saw something on Twitter. Like, is that a parody or is that a real thing?
There was a series called Amazon. It was like an Amazon Rider.
Amazon
Rider.
Yes,
it was Black Sun.
Yeah, Black Sun. Okay. Oh, and that's what I gave you yesterday. Remember on Twitter
yes.
when I was like, oh, I want to see that because I haven't seen it anywhere yet.
So my understanding is that is on Amazon, but it's like. I think it's not available in the U.S., so you might have to use our aforementioned methods.
Yeah, our little problem solver thing.
You might have to go sail some seas.
Yeah, well, so.
I mean, Barbados is lovely this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it
make
is.
sure you bring some sunscreen if you're Hawaii like me.
Yeah. Look at Richard.
Did you guys watch Hot D? House of the Dragon?
Oh, I haven't. I won't do it. Yeah.
Like it's good from everyone I've heard loves it.
Yeah.
But I just
yeah.
I had my. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I totally skipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched it. It's good. It's really good. But for me too, I had my inhibitions about because like Game of Thrones, like the last two, especially the last two seasons. Especially that last season just killed it for me,
Oh
like
yeah, season 8.
You invested so much of your life with it, like it was just such a huge phenomenon, with a culture phenomenon, and you followed it for years, and then to just be let down like that, you're like, it took a lot for me afterwards just to watch anything anymore after that. Like for at least a year or so, I was just like, I couldn't trust any kind of show that I was watching. I'm like, I don't want to get invested with it and get like And so with House of the Dragon, it started off a bit slow, but the political, the political scheming. I'm not as verbose about this as other people are, but it's really, really intriguing. But then it hits episode 9, and episode 9 almost lost me with it. I was like, because you knew what they're like, you saw what they were doing with the plot, and especially like the last three, like the last third of the episode. You're like, oh, what are you doing here? Whoever wrote that, whoever was in charge of that, they just need to be vetted. They don't need to be. They shouldn't be allowed back into the series. Get them out. Get those kind of people out, because all it's going to do is you're going to lose your. I almost hit back and go watch the final episode of the season because of that.
Oh,
but but the final episode was really good. It was really, really good.
So they won you back over?
Temporarily, yeah. But if they pull off that bull crap like they did with that episode 9, you lost me.
Well, it started going downhill in season 6. So
yeah.
And it just, and then as the seasons went on, and 8 was the one that just I gave it a big finger to. I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Dude. For me, season 8 had one good episode, and that for me, and that was like the second episode where the Rain of Tarth gets knighted. Like, it was a really emotional scene. It was a really good, like, that episode built all up to that, and it had just some great bantering between just conversation, people sitting around a fire and just talking and have some great banter going on, have some great conversation on there was comedy, there was drama, and all kinds of themes within it. And it was just a really good episode.
That scene was a good scene. I love that.
And then 3 with the whole attack on Winterfell was just horrible, man.
Yeah, it was
horrible. Which is what I was scared about with this season with Hot D, because one of the best Game of Thrones, all of Game of Thrones episodes ever, was episode 8. Episode 8 with King Jaehaerys was amazing. Was it Jaehaerys or Viserys? Viserys. If I get my names wrong, Viserys.
Viserys, yeah, I think.
Yeah, all their names sound alike.
Yeah, they do sometimes.
But like episode 8 was just phenomenal. It was like I was the point of tears, like watching a Game of Thrones show, and I was like, and as soon as it finished, I was like, I'm worried about episode 9, because after such an excellent episode, you have to have something that's at least, not mediocre, but above the mediocre level. You don't want to have such a drop off where people are like, oh, I don't want to go back to this thing. How dare you disappoint me? And it almost did that with that last third of the episode. It almost like stopped me from going back and watching it again. But I saw some other people talking about it, and like Gary and Baller, those guys gave the thumbs up. They're like, yeah, we would actually recommend you watching it. If for anything, just the Viserys, the arc of the character. Yeah. So that's like the only thing I've been watching.
Those guys are kind of my barometer for where I'm kind of sitting with stuff where it's one I think I might go and watch.
Right.
I wound up dropping out of Game of Thrones basically right after the first episode of season 8. And it was like the episode just before the one you were getting to, but it was like you had basically all the strong women's in Winterfell talking about like leadership, and it's like, at that point, like, it was just kind of sitting there watching it, dawned on me, like, they are all the same character here. There is no variation to them all.
Not at all.
It was like realizing that it killed my desire to go watch the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like once that hit, and I was just kind of like moving rooms or moving something in the house here, I wound up missing it that next week.
Mm-hmm. And
then I just kind of never bothered trying to set up my HBO Max or HBO Go at the time to try to watch it. It just sort of lost me.
Yeah, one episode will do that to you. Just all it takes is just that one. You can have as many good episodes as you want, but if somebody goes in there and half-asses one episode, and it just kills the whole story for you.
Well, you can also, and I've seen this a lot, and I have the complaint about this. The episode before the last episode will be extremely brilliant. It'll be awesome, and then the episode that they're going to lead out at the end of the season, it takes a nosedive right into the shit and goes underneath the shit and burrows all the way down into the ground.
Well, they did the opposite with House of Dragon. what they did was they had an extremely amazing episode, and then a third of it was shit, and then they went like episode 10. It went off on like a really a kind of a surprising cliffhanger. I was like, wow, I wouldn't imagine them ending a season at that point, but they did, and I was like, well, that's going to keep people interested and intrigued to see the next season, which unfortunately is going to come out in 2024, so it's a bit away. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not really too perturbed about waiting that long for. If it's going to be good, I'll wait. I'm fine with waiting, but that's just how I am. As you get older, 2 years feels like it's about 2 months. So
I mean, we could be sitting here and waiting for about the same. Oh, that's brilliant! It just dawned on me. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power should be coming out around the same time as well.
It is.
Oh, don't get me started on that bullshit.
Do you guys think they're going to reboot it?
Yes,
yeah. Are they gonna? You think they're gonna?
I've heard from Gary and them, and it looks like they want to do it because it turned into such a shit fest.
I mean, imagine if they did do that though. Like that would set the precedent for other franchises as well to go like, okay, so we're allowed to go do this as well.
That's not
they won't do
Star Wars and freaking Doctor Who and Star Trek and everybody. Are they gonna like just follow in step? I don't know.
I don't want that to happen because
I just with Star Wars, it was just like somebody, like they just open up the episode and somebody wakes up from a dream and goes, "Oh, wow, that really sucked."
Oh, the New Heart ended.
Exactly. Yeah, the New Heart ended, but a little too late though, because Carrie Fisher's gone.
Oh yeah, they had their chance. They had their chance to get Carrie, Mark, and them and Harrison all together in one shot. That's all people wanted was just give them all three of them time together in one little thing. People would have been happy, but no, they couldn't do that because they were selfish fucking pricks.
Yep.
So don't give the fans that actually paid your money for the last 40 fucking years any compensation. Fuck you guys.
Luckily, there's always other franchises we can go watch and enjoy instead.
True.
Like,
yep.
I've got the Kevin Sorbo Hercules series on DVD in the background here that I can start. That's like 6-7 seasons of that I can go watch, and then I can go jump over to the Xena Warrior Princess. Like, I've got some fun sword and sorcery nonsense I can go enjoy instead.
Yeah. And we can also, me and Iron, about talking about something about on the channel here. And dude, if you want to do it, we'll talk to you afterwards. There's some other season things that we've been having ideas about too. And then we'll talk to you about this later on. But it's a good idea. So that we were talked about. So that might be a thing for later on.
Yeah.
That's going to come up onto the channel just as a little teaser. Because we've been talking about it for a while. So now that we got the channel up and running and shit again, we possibly will do that. So. But yeah, there's some other like Iron said, that we can, there's other things we can get.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind going back. I wouldn't mind just kind of going through some other shows or kind of finding some of this stuff because it's like at the same time I'm also kind of afraid. It's like, would I really want to go revisit the 90s X-Men cartoon and realize that all those sort of rose tinted memories I have of watching it are really not as good as I think?
Well, yeah, that does. But I've gone back and watched. I've got a 7-year-old daughter, and we've been going back and watching the whole Batman animated series. She loves it, and it's so great going back and watching it. It you know what? Even it holds up, and it even passing it on to the next generation as well is one of those experiences. Like you get to go through it all again, and you get to watch somebody who's really enjoying it, and you see their eyes open and they get really excited about it. So I don't think I think it would hold up. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and revisit those. But of course, any kind of media, any kind of entertainment, you watch it when you're a child, you watch it when you're older. It's two different experiences because you've got your whole life experiences and everything and of course, you see the world in a different way. and things that you didn't notice when you were a child, you see when you're an adult. So
Well,
I say why not go?
When I got older, some of the second and third Doctor and even Tom's run, I saw some shit that I was like, oh shit, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because I love Classic Who. Second, third, and fourth Doctor are my 3 favorite Doctors in Classic. I'm starting to love the fifth and sixth, and I'm starting to love like all of them later on because I was at that stage where I'm like, yeah, Tom is my Doctor, and the other 2 were awesome. But now that I'm gonna do this because I love Pluto TV, I'm gonna give a little fucking shout out to Pluto TV because I love them to fucking death. On Pluto TV, they have a Doctor Who channel, classic Doctor Who channel. Like they have Three's Company, Doctor Who, Baywatch, all this shit. It's 24/7.
They've got a channel that plays nothing but classic Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes.
Oh, those were glorious, man. Those are great.
And so it's like the 2 channels I flip between on there are that and the Addams Family.
Yeah, I go between Addams Family, Doctor Who, Bar Rescue, and Three's Company, and like there's if I'm just saying, if Pluto TV ever wants to have us to sponsor them, or like, I will shill your shit out because I use it daily, constantly, every single night. I watch that instead of real TV.
Well, I mean, what was kind of interesting this week was you had at the Warner Brothers quarterly report. I think it was from last week. They were talking about how they were looking to services like Pluto TV, like Tubi. How a lot of that classic backlog of stuff that was put on under like a free streaming platform like those is generating money. I think he even said it like people are watching Bonanza.
Yeah. Oh well, they had the Rifleman, and I watched like a season of the Rifleman on there, man. Like they have like Pluto TV and Tubi have some really good stuff. They have B movies, old stuff, like, and then they have classic British stuff up there too. Like, I'm just saying, Tubi and Pluto TV are 2 of the places that me and Iron go to like daily. So we're like, hey, did you see this on Pluto TV? They just added this and Pluto TV's always adding 24-hour channels now. To like, for one of the first ones was Three's Company, then they added Doctor Who, then they added Addams Family was just recent.
They last weekend they did a marathon of Godzilla movies from Shout TV that had John Carpenter giving little talks about the different movies in it. So you had these little bumpers of John Carpenter like in a little movie theater talking about which Godzilla movie it was and his thoughts on it and kind of stuff like that. And he was in it. He was kind of saying, from what I understand, he was kind of saying some things about how he didn't like where they were kind of at with Godzilla and King Kong now.
Yeah.
As opposed to those. I think he's kind of a man who likes the Showa era more, which it's a man after my heart.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Love that era, man. Yep.
I want that bit of kind of goofiness with the rubber suits.
Yes, definitely. That's where it's all at, man. Once you start, I don't know. You could go all there with all the CGI and everything, but man, the heart of it is within those rubber suits and what's going on right there. Just I just can't get into stuff that comes afterwards.
It's like Power Rangers too, man. Power Rangers and everything else. We had the rubber suits and it was badass because it's morphin time and they go beat up a rubber and like, yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. Come on,
that's cool. You just know it's people who are really into it. You know what I mean? Like they're so into this that they actually put on costumes and they're out in the middle of like for a lot of this they're probably out in some kind of junkyard here in the middle of Japan. Like
yeah,
they're okay. So we're gonna put on our suits now and we're gonna fight here in this junkyard. Is that cool?
The thing is, like, I've been all this year the big thing I've been watching all year was Kamen Rider. Right. And having gone through a couple of the series now, I'm starting to recognize a couple of the sets. I'm like, wait, I recognize that baseball field.
Yeah, that one's from Power.
In the background.
They did, and I noticed this too. They did read. There was one where I was like, "That's from fucking Power Rangers right there."
Yeah.
I was like,
Which apparently they're talking about doing a full-on reboot of for the U.S.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, like they want just because it's like of all the series that like Mighty Morphin era is the one that's stuck on, like to the point where like the comics they're writing now use those suits.
It's Billy, Tommy, those are the Rangers. That's where you're gonna make you bring Tommy back as the big, the head ranger, and he's teaching on to the they already did that.
Well,
but
also on top of that though, you don't have this idea of the evil Tommy, Lord Drakkon from the Boom comics.
I know, dude, and it'd be so
that
awesome to see
is going to be
go
a
up.
good adaptation.
Yeah, did you see evil Tommy and Tommy all badass over here, just like fucking morphing time, and the other one's like, ha 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 ha, Tommy, I have got you now, then talking to himself and fucking shit. That'd be fucking awesome. I used to love Rangers, man. They were fucking.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I was off topic. There was a everybody was talking about Ironcaster was talking about Addams Family earlier, and I meant to bring this up, but I saw a pic right now as I was going through some of my tabs, and I was like, I forgot to bring that up, and I was just going to ask you about Tim Burton's Wednesday. What your thoughts on that? Are you excited for it? Because I love Tim Burton as in his earlier career as a director. Later on, his stuff has kind of gotten more, I guess you would say, commercialized.
Yeah, he has. Nightmare Before Elm Street, Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, all fucking awesome movies.
Yeah. I love Big Fish. Big Fish is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's such a really, 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 really emotional movie. A great one. But then since then, it's just kind of been a drop off. And I'm wondering if he's almost like if he's trying too hard, I don't know what it is. But so what are your thoughts, Aaron Castor?
I mean,
about that.
It's going to be an interesting one because I'm not quite sure what to make of it because I feel like the idea should be like the obvious idea, and I think what they might be doing is you take the weirdness of the Addams Family and you put it out into the quote unquote real world. That's where it works, and I think that's what they did with the other movies was the family moving to moving into the house and that. And
you're talking about the animated ones, right?
I mean, I was talking about those two live action movies.
Yeah,
and just kind of. Oh God, here's the premise. A coming-of-age supernatural mystery comedy focusing on Wednesday Addams and her years as a high school student at Nevermore Academy, where she attempts to master her psychic powers, stop a monstrous killing spree of town citizens, and solve the supernatural mystery that affected her family 25 years ago, all while developing new relationships. No, this sounds like
how much you want to make a bet? I know it's going to happen there.
Just gonna venture into a little bit of the experimenting with the okay, I gotcha.
Well, clearly they got this wrong because the joke is you experiment in college.
Right.
And I saw the Nevermore is kind of a rip-off of Hogwarts a little bit too.
Well, that's what they were. Somebody had said that they were comparing it to Harry Potter. Actually,
yeah.
They were wanting to make it. Tim Burton, I think Tim Burton himself, or somebody who was, I can't remember. I heard it. They were doing a review of Tim Burton's interview, and the word Harry Potter, comparing the school to Harry Potter, came up in that. So I think that was done intentionally.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's just, I like the part. Well, go ahead, Aaron.
I mean, it just seems like kind of the idea should go that it really should. They really probably should go for more of a college age instead of high school because then you can kind of get away with not using the house as a set, and then you can even make like the appearance of like one of the beloved figures the highlight of an episode. Like, hey, in episode 3, Uncle Fester is gonna show up at the college dorm because he needs to go drop something off for her. So then you have this like Uncle Fester kind of wandering around a college campus.
That'd be fun.
That seems like a no-brainer. Like, I want to see what Uncle Fester does in the chemistry lab.
Yeah, and then you see him having a light bulb. He's carrying a light bulb around and shit. Like,
or maybe he even goes like old school kind of thing, you know? Goes to a couple frat parties. Who knows?
Did you see Uncle Fester at a frat party? That'd be fucking hilarious. He's like,
yeah.
Hey guys, I can do a magic trick. Watch this. Put a light bulb in my mouth.
or a light bulb somewhere else, you know. As they might do in the frat.
There's a couple guys trying to spike some punch, and then he pulls up like rat poison. He's like, no. That's the weak stuff. You gotta get the strong stuff.
He pours in a little bit more. He's like, hey guys, come here. I'm like,
I can really taste the rat poison now.
That's great. Hey, rat poison right there.
Oh, God, actually, that would be kind of a great thing to see. Like, the idea of Gomez and Fester as younger adults, like kind of before the family, when you have the two of them out. Like, how many times in those movies did they kind of build up like,
oh yeah,
Fester was the handsome one of the two.
Hey, Squeaka. There's a Squeaka showing. She came out of
Squeaka.
And
yeah,
then,
so as far as it comes to like watching new stuff, I'm really hesitant about everything. I really I don't want to invest too much time with this. So you almost have to wait till like a season. You see a lot of people do that too. They wait till the season's over, see how everybody reacts to it. They go, okay, I'll give it my time.
and
Or
she's like,
and
boy.
with the way things are sitting, like that's really bad for these streaming services, because like if they want it to be a hit, they want it to be a hit like when it launches, when it premieres. They don't want they don't want people to trickle in like 6 months after it airs, because well, it's like, who's talking about like Cobra Kai season 4 or whatever it was that just came out right now? No one is.
No, it was 5.
Yeah, season 5. Yeah.
And then season, I went through.
That shows you how much
like
I paid attention.
I went through it in like 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't finished it yet. I watched all the episodes I was really happy with. I really like what they're doing with Chosen. But I haven't finished it yet. I don't know what it is. Like, yeah, it's weird. I like it whenever it's like kind of a water cooler thing, you know? They let one episode out a week, and you see how people react to it. You sit and talk with each other and listen to people.
No.
I saw her mention Muppets, so.
Oh, that's a movie I want to watch. That's another movie I want to watch again.
I like what Squeaka said. If we can have Muppet babies, why can't we have Adam's babies? It's true.
True that. Yeah.
Famissimo.
Wow, famissimo.
Uh-oh. There's a thing on camera. Somebody called in the apartment.
Help him. Get him.
Damn, I thought you were feeding it, Red. I thought you were feeding Iron.
Well,
you haven't been feeding him?
Look, someone mentioned feeding it mice, but I can't do that.
Well, we can't feed him mice.
Well, we got one in the chat. There's the squeaky mouse there.
No, we can't. We can't do that one. That one's off limits.
No.
That one's off limits. Ash would kill us.
I've never heard of a mouse being off limits. Guys. A mouse is a mouse. Expendable.
What about this one?
Even more. Those are meant to, feed it to it. I don't know. Oh, she's poisonous, or he, she, it.
She. Yeah, she is poisonous. Yeah.
Poisonous.
So
it's cold as ice.
Willing to sacrifice.
Well, at least singing that's got the ghost song. Actually, it's not bad to have that ghost song in my head. And, people out there listening won't know what we're talking about, but
oh yeah, before the stream, when we were trying to like rush around and hurry things up, like I started just kind of quoting one of the songs of the new Ghost album.
Yeah.
And we were like,
and that was Little Sunshine, right? No, that was Little Sunshine. That was what's the name of that
Hunter's
song?
Moon.
Hunter's Moon. Very good. Yeah. Have you seen the video for that?
Yeah, it had a video. In fact, I think it was like even tied into the not the latest one, but the previous
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah. It was a little creepy.
I mean, just thematically with the lyrics that it works really well for that sort of movie with like Michael Myers chasing them down. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, did anybody here see the? Just in case, did anybody see Halloween Ends?
No, instead I watched the original one.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm happy with that.
So and I just saw an article yesterday that made me go, okay, motherfuckers. They ended it with Lori and Michael. She finally, spoilers, so get the fuck out if you don't want. She finally kills Michael. Michael dies at the end of this last movie. Like, she literally killed him. She survived, and she literally killed him with a knife to the eye or some shit. And because I was just going through, like, I skimmed through something just go through it, and because somebody gave me like clips and shit, and I was skimming through the clips, and I was like, oh really, that's how he dies? So they came up, they were coming up, they were like, well, we might have a idea for the fourth one. I was like, he's fucking dead, let it go. So
they never let it go.
Yeah, no. I know. So they want to have him season of Witcher, the one that there was an old script that they didn't do. And I know if Tom was here, he could tell us more about this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going off of what I read. And I remember they want to bring him back because Michael was still alive in the last few movies. They want to bring Michael back as the demonic, supernatural Michael. Instead of he's not alive and he can just, Yeah.
Oh, so like almost like the Cult of Thorn?
Yeah. They want to bring him back as that. Is he's going to be going through and he's going to have all these supernatural powers and shit now. And I'm like, so you're basically going to turn him into Jason.
Right.
That's what Jason is. Jason is supernatural. He's not, you can kill him, but he keeps coming back. He just regenerates. Fucking...
Well, I mean, it almost seems like that they were doing that with him anyways, with all the, I don't know, like, you can only bring it back so many times until it's just, I don't know.
We gotta...
Maybe they'll have Michael's son. Maybe he got busy somewhere with
yeah. Retro says, night, everybody. Thanks for watching Night Panel. It's 12 p.m. here. I got at night. In the morning. So I got work. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Fuck time zones, man.
Why don't you just, Jed, you just need to move to a proper time zone. It sounds more like a you problem.
No, I love my time zone. It's everybody else's. It's fuckery.
Yeah, everybody else's sucks.
Move. Yeah, I mean, Ginger's the man of the future.
What? No, exactly. Me and him have this. We're in the same thing because our times never change. So
exactly.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
He's in
we're
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm in tomorrow. I'm in the future.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you, no flying cars, no boards that actually hover yet.
I want a fucking hoverboard, man.
Whenever they said, "Oh, we made hoverboards," I took one look at those. I was like, "That's not a hoverboard, man. What are you talking about?"
And
it has wheels.
Exactly.
Hoverboards don't have wheels, motherfucker.
Until I can fly over, some pavement and then do the whole thing where I go over water as well, but then I fall down afterwards. Until I can do that with it, then no, it's not a hoverboard.
Oh, how about those shoes?
On the plus side, though, you'd have a nice soft water landing.
Yeah.
Instead of like a very thin layer of styrofoam.
But you would have to press the button on your jacket. You had to press the button on your jacket to dry off, though. But we wouldn't have that either. So.
And then you can go watch Jaws 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the holograph will actually try to eat me.
Yeah.
What was it, like Rocky 100 or something like that, or was it Rambo? I can't.
It was Rocky like 4,000 or some shit. And he's like, dude.
Rocky, you can't go fight the shark. I do what I do.
We're actually having movie night tonight, and the movie is Back to the Future 3.
Oh,
we do that tonight. Yeah.
The
little one wants to watch it. She's watched 1 and 2. She's like, I want to watch 3 now because her favorite one is 2. She likes Back to the Future 2. 1.
I was on the set of Back to the Future 3.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, out because it was filmed out here where I live. So
Well, that
I
makes
got
sense.
they filmed a lot of it over at parts that had all the old Wild West movies out here. So they filmed it. I got to ride in the DeLorean
No way.
that was hooked up to the stagecoach.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one. I saw that behind the scenes where.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
got to go out there and get to go in the DeLorean. They have like for each one, they had 3 or 4 different because the DeLoreans, especially in the desert, they had to keep bringing in different DeLoreans because of how the desert is, and you know things just fall apart because
Right.
it was
That's what
just
does.
So
I
I was
hate
like,
the
I
sand.
could have told you guys I've lived out here all my life. Like,
The sand. It gets. What is it? The Star Wars quote.
just
The
gets in your
sand quote.
head.
Yeah, it gets in
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
What droid, sir? Night, night, brother.
Have a good one.
What?
Oh, the cat.
What? Yeah, that's Nova.
Yeah.
He's crying.
He's crying. Yeah,
Yeah, my cat
Pablo's-
always does that at night. It's just like,
Pablo
and then it hops
did
up on your
say-
lap. Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry,
there
go
goes
ahead there.
Pablo did say he was going to come on tonight too.
Oh, Pablo, yeah. I see
Yeah,
him on
he's-
Twitter every once in a while.
Yeah, let me
Oh.
go see.
Tokyo Comic Con, we also got James McAvoy coming over there. You guys, want me to ask any questions?
Oh fuck yes, bro.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to do my best to, because I can speak, Japanese and English. So I'm going to do my best to see if I can't somehow manage to get some access to the people out there, because the art booths, the artist booth is right next to main stage. It's right next to it. So let me see if I can't use some, my persuasion to get access to some of these actors and actresses.
Well,
Dude,
the
that'd
secret.
be awesome.
The secret is to not go for the big obvious stuff. Not go for like the X-Men. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
you gotta
go. Yeah.
No,
go digging back through their
Exactly.
history and tell me about this episode of Band of Brothers you were on,
or
or
the
like
movie
you
with
find the
Yeah.
biggest piece of crap they were in, and you tell them like that was my favorite thing.
And then they
I
go.
loved. Oh
Yeah.
wait, no, you tell them I loved you in Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, because I've done that. I don't go for like and I know this because I used to hang out with tons of celebrities all the time because my parents were, and they would hang out all the conventions and shit. You don't go, and I would go kick it with the original Star Trek cast, the OG's cast. They would always get all these people come. That's the reason why Shatner went off all the time. Because Shatner was like, "You motherfuckers asked the same question." I literally heard he yelled out the whole line one time. I was over there because my parents used to do security, and I would just go kick it and talk with the other cast, with Jimmy and everybody else. And one time Shatner got so pissed because we were next to his booth, he yelled out, "You motherfuckers ask the same question all the time. Get some new fucking material." And I was just like,
Was he yelling at the media or the fans?
he was yelling at the fans. Shatner don't take no
Ouch.
shit, man. Shatner's
Wow.
fucking hilarious. I
Yeah.
love Shatner. Like, Shatner is a practical joker too. He will prank the fucking pants off your ass. He is a huge jokester. He's funny as fuck. I love Shatner. But if you piss him off, he'll let you know it. If you go and look at Shatner on Twitter,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
It's
Shatner's
harsh.
fucking
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
will bluntly
hold
tell
bars.
you to your face. He's fucking hilarious, and he appreciates people don't go up and ask him the fucking just same bullshit questions, like but then some people are like, just for him to get them the fuck away, he'll like, okay, I'm just gonna answer your question so you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So it's just Shatner, man. So I mean, I'd had the fortunate to hang out with a ton of fucking awesome people back in the day, because of my parents, They used to do securities for Creation Con and all the other shit back in the day, so out here in Arizona, so, But
yeah, go ahead.
Gigi.
Oh no, I'm not used to being around any of the those even with I went here to the recent meetup and just seeing like nerd erotic and people like that in person, you get all nervous and stuff, but it'll
well I don't know if you've seen it when Doomcock came in for the first time. I think Iron was here. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's on our channel. Shameless plug. If you go up and look at the Doomcock, Pop Culture's Welcome Doomcock, I was having a bad day that day. I was trying to get people in, and I was talking. He goes, and Ash is like, dude, somebody needs to be let in or some shit. And I was like, yeah, go let him in. And he's like, no, it's because I was trying to get people in that day because we were having a big day or something. I don't remember what it was. And we were having tons of technical issues and everything else. And I was having to go back and forth. And he goes, dude, Doomcock's here. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Drop everything.
And I was like, okay, I got to go get him because he couldn't get in because some asshole, and it wasn't me, turned on. I don't know. There's a few people that had it. I don't know who it was. But, Squeaka. Good night, Squeaka. Thank you for coming by the stream. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for coming.
This is the first time I've seen Squeaka. Yeah.
Squeaka's awesome. Yeah, Squeaka's awesome. But yeah, it was like, okay, then when Doomcock got in there, I kind of stumbled because, sometimes I'm cool. Like when I met Gary and all of them for the first time, I was cool as fucking nice. I was just joking with them and shit. I guess it's because, I talk to them more, or I'm around certain people where I go on their streams or shit. But I used to go on Doomcocks all the time. I just, for some reason, that day I just froze up. Like
I hear you there, man. Yeah.
And then and then Ash is going, well, since Jed can't do it, Ash welcomed him in and said everything. I was like, okay, because I was just shocked. Because he goes, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. And then he tried to get in and couldn't, and I was trying to fix things, and then he got in. I was like, oh shit, Doomcock actually came over. That's fucking awesome. I was like, fuck, he actually got in. That's fucking awesome. But
at the meetup, someone who I was two people who I met who I was really, really happy to meet, but I was actually especially with I felt really first nervous about was and I felt like, oh, what do I say here, because she's such Carrie Smith.
Oh, Carrie, she's really super nice.
She's extremely nice. Such a great lady.
She is.
And we talked for a long while. I saw her at the comedy show. I went to Chrissy's the Comedians of Compound. I went to their show. It was freaking hilarious, man. I saw Chrissy Mayer there and Leela Hart. Chrissy's awesome as well, dude. Like,
Chrissy and I talked to Chrissy about 6 months ago, but I need to getting back in touch with her about coming on the alternate channel. Or maybe over here. I don't give a fuck. Just as long as we can get Chrissy over here. Because Chrissy's fucking awesome.
She's awesome, dude. Like, she's really down to earth. Like, she's genuine. I love just to see these genuine people like Carrie Smith, Chrissy, Nerdrotic. The whole crew, they're just,
Yeah.
The first time around, I was nervous as fuck. But this time around, I was more nervous when I saw Carrie Smith than other people, because I'd already met Nerdrotic and a bunch of those guys. It was like, hey, nice to see you again. And, what you call it? But,
when we first had the first meetup out here in a long time, I was like, oh, dude, I need to go out there. And Ryan's like, dude, Jed, you're out here. Because I was talking to Ryan already a lot back and forth. And then I was talking to Culture a lot. And I was like, dude, so the minute, because Ryan didn't know it was me, because we have another friend named Jed on here.
Yeah.
So I went up there. I was like, I didn't give out my real name. People that know me really close know my real name, but I don't use my real name. It's just, I just use Jed. So I went up there and I was like, dude, it's Jed. He goes, there's another Jed here. Ryan goes, I know, Ryan, it's me, motherfucker. He goes, oh, it's Jed. It goes over there, gives me a big fucking hug. I was like, yeah, Ryan, you motherfucker. And I was like, hey, where's Culture? And I go over there, And then Culture's all that, go over there and give Culture a big fucking yeah. Ryan and them are just, it's just I love them. I love those guys to death, and everybody that's in our YouTube family. So
yeah. I mean, at the meetup too, poor Jeremy, I could tell that the guy was just exhausted. But they put in a ton of work to get this going, and the venue that they had for the Orlando one, dude, it was amazing. It was a really nice place. Had all of these TV monitors up. The backdrop of the stage had geeks and gamers stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
And again, Nelson, the psychopath, was asking about this.
Okay, so
it was free of charge. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking to the man that was actually there.
Yeah, it was free of charge to get in. They had it separated into 2 meetups because the venue would only allow a maximum, I think it was 200 people.
Yeah, because we maxed when we did the last venue out here. We maxed at the restaurant, the club, whatever it was. We maxed it out.
Yeah, yeah.
When we were here, and they thought only like 60 people were going to come, but by the end of the night, the whole place was fucking packed.
Well, they're already talking about doing another Arizona one.
Yes, again. Because it was so fucking popular out here.
Yeah. I'm excited. They're going to do a UK one, man, and I would love to get back over to the UK.
Oh, dude, I would love to go over there to meet Az and everybody.
Yeah. I've been there 3 times. I got a bunch of friends over there that we worked with here in Japan. Well, there's a bunch of like Aussies and British people here that come to work.
Well, see, if that ever happens, me and Iron, like a bunch of us could go see Esh and Retro and everybody.
Yep.
So
we got to make this happen. If it does, it's going to happen. The UK one's happening. Yeah. I think we've got it for 2. Sorry, go ahead, Iron Caster.
Oh, I was just saying, I've heard a little rumor, and I've heard kind of whispers and rumbles about like a Midwest meetup as well at some point.
Yeah, I would love to.
Which is my neck of the woods, so that one's like a no-brainer for me. That one is just straight driving distance.
Yeah, and so if later on, and I would love to go more than just ones out here, that I would love to go to like the Florida one or like the Texas one, or stuff to go away from my state.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about going to Orlando, man, and I've talked about this on my channel as well, is I was traveling from Japan, right? Japanese speaking country. I'm a completely foreigner here, and I go to Orlando, and I would say like 90% of the people around me spoke Spanish. I was like, I'm traveling to. I'm not like, I didn't feel like I was in America, where I'm from. I felt like I was actually visiting another country. So it was an experience in itself. It was like it was very eye-opening. I studied Spanish in high school, so I was able to break out a few expressions here and there. But the people really, really cool, really nice. The hotel I was at, I was just like, I want to come back here. This is fun.
And when you go out there, and I got to say this because I've been to 2 or 3 meetups already, it's an experience, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's you actually meet the people that you've been like fucking around with on YouTube for like years.
Man, I got to I don't know if you know Riding Raven and the Master TDS.
Yeah, I know them. They've been I think both of them have been on our stream. I'm not sure. I think TDS has been.
I got to meet them. We went out for dinner, the 3 of us. They threw out like an invite to go eat kosher because I've never had kosher before. So I went, okay, sure. And the next thing I know, it's just me and the 2 of them at this kosher restaurant. And, something we were probably planning on being there for like an hour or so, but ended up like 3.5 hours later. We're just sitting there talking the whole time. Had a great, just a really, really nice time. They were really wonderful people to speak to. Yeah.
Nelson had another question for you, brother.
Yes. There is a lot. That's my only well, I wouldn't say criticism, but my only like kind of part that I wish could have changed is there was a long line. You didn't have to wait hours.
No, you didn't wait hours. Not out here either.
Yeah, but the only problem is with the venue that they used there, it was a 2-hour. They were only 2 hours each. So you were waiting in line for like 30 minutes or so, and then all of a sudden you've got only like a quarter of your time left to go. So after you've met like 2 or well, luckily they had everybody in like the same line. So like you would start with Gary, then it would go with Quarter, and then you went down to like Epic Mike, and then you hit like Kristen and stuff. So you kind of just walk down the line, you would meet people. But after waiting and then actually meeting everybody, they're like, okay, you got 30 minutes left. I was like, what? And so the rest of it's like speed dating. You're like, oh, hi, Ninja. Oh, hey, nice to see you. I saw like Megan there, Pops. I saw just a bunch of people, and I felt like it was like speed dating. Like, Yeah, it was just that was my only yeah.
It sounds like it would be good just for kind of. Well, it would be great to go meet the big channels. It's like kind of getting to go see the smaller channels that you either that we
the
might
people I
normally
interact
hang out with.
most. Yeah, that's what I was there for. That's what I wanted to see the most. Just meeting Negative Pops. I interact with them a lot where they do their streams and comic streams and stuff. And they've Pops has had me on his channel to talk about my artwork and promote the comic book I'm working on. And it's just just to
I've been on
shake hands
Pops.
with him first.
I've been over there with Pops' stuff too. I've been on there for like once or twice.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
So I'm now an emoji on Pops' channel.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. You got the shark. Your head's
he showed it to me last night.
Yeah. Pops is cool.
Here,
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
let me go dig this up because
send it to Jinja or me or.
Actually, I think it's gonna. I could find it here because it's on my Twitter. I'll just search for. Come on, darn it!
It's beautiful. Because it started with it. This all started because I was looking around on Tubi.
There you go.
Look, it's beautiful.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, is this yours or mine?
Oh, this is mine.
Oh, good. I'll stop sharing mine. Oh, dude, I had to sing that song at all my nursery schools. Over here, I used to teach at a bunch of nursery schools over here. Woo! That was one of the most popular songs, though. So what's the lore behind this picture? Because I kind of don't know what's going on here.
Okay,
I mean I know what's going on.
So, I just get rid of that because it's kind of haunting that look on my face. I have to look at myself enough. I don't need to be looking at that as well. So we did a stream and we were talking about kind of these free streaming services. And one of the ones that has been kind of coming up lately was Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tubi at around the same time I saw it also happened to be trending. And I'm like, oh hey, this is cool. We were just kind of talking about it. I kind of like Tubi. They have the Kamen Rider. They have a few different stuff. I like the stuff on there. I was watching Transylvania TV on there the other day, so puppet stuff. Anyway, so I'm like, hey, cool. Why don't I go see why it's trending on Tubi? Turns out they did their own kind of take on Shark Week, and they were showing off all these bad shark movies because they are the go-to. They are the go-to monster for bad shark movies. Yes, of course we can have an avalanche shark. Yes, we can have ghost shark, sand sharks, etc., etc. And so I was the first one I came across was a movie called Shark Side of the Moon.
That's good.
It is about exactly what you think.
Yeah.
Sharks on the moon.
On the moon. As you do.
So I shared this with Pops and Stone Loki, and I was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe this is actually a thing." To which they got the idea. Oh, I guess that means we should watch it because Ironcasters talk about it. It's like, no, I was just like, guys, I can't believe this is a thing.
Yeah, how did this come into existence?
And then every time I find a terrible movie or something, I'm just kind of baffled by it. And I'm like, oh dear God, this is a thing now. Of course, Attack of the Killer Donuts exist.
Oh,
I'm hungry. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, did you guys ever watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
I did.
Yes.
We were talking about it.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yeah, I have to present this for the chat to see. This was the poster I saw. I'm like, oh dear God, this looks like this is gonna be amazing. Gonna be some amazing trash. And I'm like, this is an actual movie.
I need to watch that on Tubi now.
Yes. I unironically like this movie.
Hey, it looks good to me. It looks legit to me. It's got some what you would call it, some of the kaiju from that movie, Guillermo del Toro was involved with.
Pacific Rim.
Yes, Pacific Rim. Yeah, it's got the Pacific Rim kind of kaiju look to it.
See
Yeah,
you
like
on the shark side.
So now, like, every time so it's like I keep finding these terrible movies, or they find me. And now I have people recommending to me when they find something terrible, like, oh, can you believe there's like, Iron, can you believe there's a movie called Slacks about a killer pair of jeans?
I've seen that one. That one's fucking hilarious. It's so bad.
This is definitely money laundering, right? Of course, it's got to be, right? There's no other reason for it.
It's that bad. It's fucking hilarious.
It's like they come up with a pun, and that's all they take to write the movie.
Roll with it.
I can't help but love the gall of them on that, where it's like someone had either no doubts whatsoever throughout the whole process. They're like, yes, this is the greatest idea ever. I am gonna make
sliced bread.
Yeah, it's gonna be the greatest thing. I am gonna make Pizza Sharks the movie.
Did you see what she said? Sharks in the Middle Lord.
Yeah.
It is a real movie. There is a Twitter account that just says, Shark Side of the Moon. This is a real movie. They've retweeted me a couple times because I keep talking about it.
So did they have like a knockoff soundtrack that sounded like Pink Floyd? Like 75% Pink Floyd? I mean, you got to take advantage of that, right?
See you on the shark side of the
Because I can
moon.
imagine like a slow motion part where a guy's like trying to get into the shuttle, and then there's like the "See you on the shark side of the," and then just the freaking shark just bites him in half.
Not quite. No, they were like a Soviet experiment. By the way, here's a photo from the movie.
Yeah, we're thinking about too.
You're thinking too hard about this.
Yeah, exactly.
We're thinking too hard. We're going all like professional. No.
Yeah.
They're just went. There's a shark on there. We're gonna fuck you up.
we are gonna use the worst possible CGI to make this movie work.
Yeah.
For like the people, the sharks look awesome. Like that thing frickin' fighting. There's like the queen of the shark people on the moon.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to see this.
It is the kind of movie that like I see that and I'm like, and I want to start mining it for ideas for a tabletop RPG. I'm like I now want. Let me grab my book here. I now want to like add it to my Fiend Folio and just add like Sharkmen as monsters. I want to have an adventure on the moon where they fight shark people.
The trimmers are just sand sharks with tentacle tongue. Yeah, Nelson was right.
Yep.
Yeah. Without the fins.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, no, it's crazy because they go and they start having to kind of explain the science of like, why is this old Soviet man surviving on the moon for decades? Why is he able to walk around like on the atmosphere with like an air hose to his nostrils? Oh, it's theology. He had all these Soviet experiments. He can, of course, survive.
So he can survive now. Yes. Duh.
I'm like, okay. You've put in the efforts. I have a lot of people dealing with sharks. There's a woman at one point who was running from like the escaped sharkmen, super soldiers.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And, like, she takes off her high-heeled shoe and turns around and tries to stab the shark with her heel.
I like it.
Dude, this sounds like the, what was that one movie with the Nazis on the moon? It was really
That's what I was going to bring up.
Iron Skies.
It sounds like Iron Sky.
Yeah, absolutely. But instead of Nazis, you have one Soviet and a bunch of, like, experimental shark super soldiers.
I'd be down to watching that. I never saw Iron Skies.
Dude, Iron Sky had a sequel too that got really out there. It was out there, brother. You thought the first one was bad? Wow.
I love these.
Yeah, I was just like, but it was good though. I love B movies along with Iron. We like finding all these weird ass movies to watch and stuff. So
I was whose stream was I watching? They were talking about Arthurian legend and Arthurian legend within movies and film and TV. I can't remember whose show it was. It might have been Wakizashi Tea House. It could have been them. Do you guys know Wakizashi Tea House?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's actually going to be helping me out at Tokyo Comic Con. He's going to be my assistant. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's up in Tochiki-ken prefecture up north, and I'm down south of Miyazaki. So it's the first time they're going to meet up together. It's going to be cool. But they were talking about Arthurian legends within TV and movies. And did you guys ever see Sword of the Valiant with Sean Connery?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God! When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Yeah,
it was horrible. It was like really bad. It was like a B movie, but it was so bad it was good. If you know what I mean. And then you have all that great stuff out there, but sometimes all you need is just a little bit of cheese, and that's actually, that really fills your stomach. That's the good stuff. So all of this talk of Sharknadoes and things like that, I'm interested in this Shark on the Moon thing. Yeah, I'm gonna give it my time.
And
if it's bad, I'll blame you. It's all on you.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that's not a T-shirt by this point. Blame Ironcaster just right alongside Blame Loki. Because all I know is they now they question my movie recommendations. I don't get it. I don't see why they don't like my stuff. I'm like, come on, guys, these are good movies. Look, of course you're gonna love the movie about the killer donuts. I mean, look, it writes the joke. The ideas write themselves. You have little donuts as the killers. I'm like, okay, so obviously this now has to take place in a cop shop.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, let me think about it. There's probably gonna be that guy who always swipes a finger and gets that little bit of the frosting. You're like, oh, and then that guy can get his finger eaten off by the donut.
That's a...
Which, by the way, that is also a real movie, Attack of the Killer Donuts.
It's kind of like whenever you go to search for something on Google, you're like, oh, you know what? I wonder if anybody's ever done this. And you look up, oh, yeah, it's been done 100 times. Like, wow, I wonder if anybody's done, killer donuts in outer space. And you look it up, yeah, it's been done.
That's the third movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's part 3. You're way behind.
Kind of like how they did the Garbage Pail Kids movie back in the day. That was on comic.
Although
that was
it was brutal. That movie was fucking brutal.
I'm still waiting for. I've got this idea where I was telling Jed about this last night.
Yeah, he was
about a movie about a killer giant rabbit, Feaster Bunny.
And then we came up with 2 sequels for it too.
No, this idea I've had all planned out for about 5-6 years for this idea. It's okay, so I have the movie about a guy named Peter, because again it's gonna be all bunny jokes and frickin' jokes about Easter. It's a rabbit. It's a giant mutated science experiment rabbit that then lays bright, colorful eggs.
That can use them as weapons.
But what happens? What's inside of the eggs? Are they little bombs, or they're is there acid inside of them, or babies? Okay, cool. Killer babies with shark teeth.
Yeah, it's basically the rabbit from Monty Python.
Yep.
And it's basically Gremlins. It's basically Gremlins too, a little bit.
Oh,
exactly. Mm-hmm. So then you make the movie about Peter being this animal control pest exterminator, having to be the guy who's oh, I heard there's a rabbit problem, and then that's a big rabbit.
So what would be their way to off them? Would they I mean, I guess if you're associated with rabbits, maybe they just
stick
get really
a carrot
horny.
Up their ass.
They get really horny, and they all start they find some rabbit porn or something, and they all start humping each other until they blow up, or I don't know.
Oh no, you just go with the classic shotguns or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll have to find a good solution. I don't know, maybe sugar.
Ooh,
yeah,
or
sugar.
One of the characters has to have rabbit feet, a necklace of rabbit feet around him, the guy who knows, the expert. So he cuts off their feet, Lucky Charms. He's got a necklace of them instead of I don't know. Could be.
But I'm thinking it's like a radioactive rabbit, so this guy is like getting exposed to him.
But maybe it's like the Toxic Avenger, and it just makes him stronger.
That could work.
We've got stuff. We've got it. We've got to copyright this.
Yeah. So my idea was that like so then it winds up being like it takes place on Easter, and then like of course that means there's gonna be an Easter egg hunt.
Right. But one of the kids goes to find an Easter egg, and it's like a really big one. But when they go to get it, it opens up and it eats the kid. I mean, like it's like just gory, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
roll with that.
Except it's not gonna be a kid. It's gonna be like some teenagers wanting to like ruin it because teenagers.
Oh, but they have to be having sex while they're looking for it. So they it's like a gratuitous sex scene, right?
Yeah, then he's like,
oh,
then and then being teenagers, they're like, we're gonna go egg a house.
And then like if later on you have something or they're doing something, they have the eggs by the side and the eggs hatch, and you hear these little hoppity feet while the couple's humping, and you hear little hoppity feet coming by, and they come up behind them, just fucking slaughter them, and blood goes over the walls and shit.
Or the girl who is nude, of course, full frontal nude. She goes, "Oh, such a cute rabbit," and then it just hops right on her tit.
It fucking rips it right off.
Exactly. Dude, there's too much like brain energy going on here. We could
So what I figured, the movie ends with like they like I don't know, they have like a big, they get all them all together. They find it's like Godzilla 98. Yeah, like there's like a big old like place where all these eggs are at that Peter has to go in and like explode. He's got like a bunch of chemicals in his truck that like he can combine to make a bomb.
She said.
Oh, that hurts. To think about.
She goes, that hurts to think about.
Yeah, the rabbit
and then
titty. Rabbit titty.
And then the movie, it's like they blow it all up, and it's like, oh, we got them all. But then like you cut to like a river somewhere where like there's an egg right by it, and it just kind of teeters on the edge and then falls into the river and floats downhill.
Yeah. And then the screen fades to black.
So then you get the second movie about them having to like go to like the next town to deal with that. And then I want the third movie to be about the original Feaster Bunny survived because the third day he rose again.
Yeah.
Again, great biblical.
Look at that.
We came up with that one last night. I was like, wait a second, you could do the biblical thing last night, and we were like, oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Feaster Bunny 3. He rises, or he is arisen, or something like that, or resurrection. Yeah. The resurrection.
Rabbit-rection? No,
Rabbit-rection.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but it kind of makes me think.
That sounds too much like a dick joke.
Yeah.
Well, and then, but in the second movie.
Oh wait. No. Feaster Bunny 3. Resurrabbit.
Resurrabbit.
Sounds too much like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. What about? Hold on a second. It's on the tip of my tongue.
And then in the second one, we were talking about that he can have at the end of the first one, the eggs go down the stream and they take the eggs out of the river and they make it to the Nile and they take the eggs up. And that's how, like we were going totally biblical and some shit.
Right. So like the eggs get dropped off in Kentucky and somehow or another they make it over to the Nile. Like you have no idea how it had to go through the ocean and everything.
Yeah.
There's no explanation. It just ends up there, and it's in a basket as well.
Yeah. We were like in a basket, and then they take the basket out of the river, and then you have this like hijinks in fucking Egypt and shit.
and the people that take it out of the river would have to be in like old time biblical looking clothing and setting. It makes no sense.
And I even said, I made a joke about this last night. How about if they went through an accidental time warp and you actually do go back to then, and instead of getting Moses, it's the Easter eggs.
Oh, because the radioactive energy within them causes us what should we call it? What are we talking about here? It's too early in the morning for me to. Causes some kind of split in the time continuum.
Yeah, I was like,
oh no, we divided by 0.
I think we've lost everybody.
Well, there's 3 left, so Sin's one of them. So
I think this might be a good nonsense point to call it for. This.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We've been on here for 1:45. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made it further than I thought we would. So.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we'll be back with like probably 5 more Feaster Bunny sequel ideas.
Yeah, and we are gonna come back, and I'm gonna say this, and everybody goes, there are some ideas in the works that me, and I haven't talked to James about this. Me, Iron, Retro, and a bunch of us have all been working on. We just want to make sure it gets ironed out. But there's always going to be some fuckery. So things that you guys are going to like, and there is going to be some Christmas stuff, but it's going to be like kind of cool, gory, or Christmas shit, maybe. So we're because we missed Halloween. Because I had to move again and all this other shit and from other place, and it was a shit. Like October was good and bad, so but we will be back in there. Just like I said earlier, there's hints of like Superman, Batman, and all this other shit coming down the pipeline. Okay, stuff that I know you guys are gonna love, and like B-movie stuff and all this other stuff, because we wanted to get back more into why the channel started, but we're still gonna have fun like we always do, and then bring out shit that people's never seen, like so. James, Ginger, is there anything that you wanna?
Yeah. So I'm my
put it in the chat there for you too. If you want.
So I've been working on a comic book. Our campaign's over, but it's on in demand. We have Anti-Steam Junk Western. Roger Ryder and I have been working on that.
And I still have that pinned up on my Twitter. You guys can still go to my Twitter and it's still pinned up there.
I'll throw that in the chat here.
Yeah.
I'll throw a link to that there. So that's on in demand. I don't know how long we're going to be on in demand for. It's the first time I've ever worked on a comic, but we actually brought it out to Orlando, got it printed up. The black and white and the variant one arrived today at Tom's place. Ooh. So I've yet to see those, but whoops, did I say the wrong one? I said the wrong one.
That was me. I was pushing buttons.
No, actually, we should probably kill that. That's actually to the dashboard. Whoops, that's the wrong one.
Here, let me get rid of that right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get rid of it. There we go.
Okay.
And then I'll put the right one in there. Other than that, oh, Jesus, is this right? Other than that, I'm just working on pictures for Comic-Con. I'm going to be selling stuff out there, doing commissions, and working on...
that one is the right link?
I hope so.
I'm not going to put that the fuck up.
It looks like it. It looks like it. Yeah,
always fuck-ups around here, yeah.
I do live streams every Sunday morning, your guys' time, Sunday evening, my time over here, where I do live art. And like Ryan Sullivan, Bendy Dobain, Thomas sometimes, and Greg Gregory will show up. And we just, they talk comics and entertainment. And for the most part, I'm just drawing and listening to them because they're a lot more knowledgeable than I am. But if you get a chance to come over to that, check that out. Otherwise, I'm going to be at... If any of you are in the Tokyo area, which I highly doubt it, but Comic Artist Expo, I'm there for the 19th and 20th. I've got an art booth there. And there's a campaign with the comic book going on. First 10 people get a nice good price with some presents along with it. And then from the 24th to the 27th, I'll be at Tokyo Comic Con. I've got a booth there. It's my first time having a booth there. Same kind of campaign is going to be going on. A lot of original goods, commissions, of course, and hopefully I'll find a way to do some live stream from there. Mm-hmm. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, but that's about all. Forward to it. Yeah,
we are looking forward to it, brother. So.
Awesome. Yeah, but yeah, Had a good time on here. Thank you.
Oh, dude, always. And you're part of the team now. Like from way back, we had to get our shit together.
Will that ever happen?
No.
No,
we look like it. That's the reason why the name of it was "What the hell are we doing?"
Yeah.
Iron, did you have anything?
Tomorrow night Friday night comic shop stream. Saturday, The Week in Geek. I'm all over the place. Kind of follow me on Twitter.
Yeah. You find him on Twitter. You find me on Twitter. Find Ginger on Twitter. I don't know yet. I may be on the Throwdown tonight. I don't know. I got told I was going to be on it like Monday night, so I don't know if I'm going to be on there tonight. I will have to go ask comics. And then Friday night, I'm over on Matt's for the MF for Cocktail, and all shit breaks loose over there every week. So you just come over there for drinks and the fights. So, and like other hilarious shit, because I love going over there. That's one of the two places, and I don't know if Father Christopher is going to be doing a stream, because the last few weeks he's been busy doing, being a father. Not the kind he's a priest, so, so yeah, and I don't know if we're probably, like I said, we are in the process, and me and Iron have been talking about this, because a lot of the other guy, Ash is, and just for you guys to know, Ash is at university right now, so that's the reason why you're not seeing Ash. Retro, he had to go to sleep. Some of the other 70s just moved, so he's still putting stuff together. That's the reason why I didn't see some of the other guys here today. And I did say this. I almost when Iron's like, let's go do this anyway, fuck it. And then then he said, Ginger's like, oh well, he's gonna come over to. I was like, okay, let's do this. So, but yeah, we are gonna bring some cool stuff back. Go ahead. I don't know.
I was gonna say that's a bit of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, it's just that's the reason why they are coming back, and we are gonna have more people on. I'm trying to get some surprise guests, and some people I've already talked about on this podcast, whatever, the live stream, whatever, and some other surprises that we're trying to do for the next few months. So keep an eye, and you can see, at Jed Ravenwolf. Ravenwolf, because I had to go and change all my fucking things because the autocorrect fucked me. Sin was over there cracking up, and then I was like, oh my god, it just never stopped. And I went to go look, and it put an E instead of an A in.
Jed, you're rambling a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so bye everybody.
Trying to help you out, buddy.
Okay.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.